Do you want to get into nursing school? If you do, then keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to get into nursing school. The first thing that you have to do even before thinking about applying to nursing school is research the nursing career. And this is something that I didn't really do when I started applying to nursing school. I knew more about the nursing career in general when I started my program, which is really not good because you don't really know anything about it and you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I do recommend that you start your research right away, that you research about what nurses do, the education that you need to get, the salary, everything, literally everything that revolves around nursing. Okay guys, so the second thing you need to do is to research which career path you want to take. So there are many different things that you can do, and I'm going to list a few. So you can be a CNA, which is a certified nursing assistant. You can be an LPN or LVN, which is licensed vocational nurse, or licensed practical nurse. So you can get your associate's degree in nursing, which is an ADN, or you can get your BSN, which is a bachelor's degree in nursing, which is the one that I'm doing. You have to keep in mind that most hospitals are requiring nurses to have a BSN degree. If you have an associate's degree and you get a job in a hospital, they might pay you to go back to school and get your BSN degree. And after you get your BSN degree, there are also many other things that you can do, like getting a master's degree, a doctoral degree, or even a PhD. I'm not really going to talk about like advanced practice nurses, which is a nurse that has a master's degree or a doctoral degree or a PhD. But if you want me to do that, I can do that in another video. This video is just for how to get into nursing school. Okay guys, so the next thing that you have to do is you have to find the right program. Then the first thing within this category is basically to see if the program that you apply to or are going to apply to is accredited. Okay, so the benefits of having an accredited program is that you can get federal financial aid if you're eligible, and it's very important that the program that you're going to attend is accredited, because if it's not, you might not be able to sit for the NCLEX, which is the licensing exam that you need to pass in order to become a registered nurse. There are some states that allow some students from programs that are not accredited to sit for the NCLEX, but it's just best to be sure and be in a program that is accredited. So another thing to consider when choosing the right program, you have to see if they offer the degree that you want. If they offer associate's degree or BSN degrees, if that's what you want. This is really important because if you apply and they don't have the degree that you want, then you're going to have to do something that you don't really want and maybe take longer to get your education. Also, you have to be very careful when you are applying to programs. You have to do a lot of research because the clinicals are very important, and if they are in a place that is very far and you don't have transportation that could take you to that place, then it's going to be very difficult. So make sure whenever you apply to a program, you see the list of locations of the clinicals that they offer. Something very, very important that you have to take in mind is tuition. Nursing school is really expensive. The books are expensive, the supplies that you will need are expensive. The tuition in general is expensive. So you have to make sure that you know how you're going to pay for school and how much it's going to be. There are many things you can do that can help you pay for school, like apply for federal financial aid or state financial aid. And also there are scholarships that some schools offer, but you have to have that in mind and be very careful. And the last thing in this category is you have to look at the statistics of how students do in their licensing exams. For example, when a class takes the NCLEX, which is the licensing exam, they basically put all the grades together and put an average of how well the students did, and that shows how well the program teaches the students the content of the licensing exam. So you have to be careful with that, and it's something important that you have to look at. And I feel like not many people talk about this, but I feel like it's really important. Like, my school has a 98% passing rate for the NCLEX, so that's great. So we're going to move on to the next category of how to get into nursing school, which is the nursing school requirements. Every school is really different. You have to look at every school specifically and see what are the requirements that they have in order for you to apply to their nursing program. So they will give you a list of everything that you will need to apply, and you have to make sure you have everything. And if you don't, then you have to look at any alternatives that you can do in order to basically supply for what you're missing. Hey guys, I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. That's actually my AC. It's really hot in here with these lights that I have on, so I'm sorry. Okay, so now for some tips for boosting your application and getting into nursing school. So there are some programs that will require volunteering and others don't, but it's a great thing to have in your application. Also, community service is a great thing to have in your application. Now, letters of recommendation are really, really important. My letters of recommendation were great, so you have to make sure that you have someone that actually knows you and knows how you perform in certain aspects. So letters of recommendation are really, really important. One of the best tips that I can give you is to talk to your counselor and make sure that you get all the information that you need from your counselor. I didn't really get that because, I don't know, my school was kind of different and I didn't really know what I wanted to study, so I didn't get the information that I needed. But you have to make sure that you get the information that you need, because that information is very valuable and it will help you to get into nursing school. Another very important tip that I'm going to give you is to do very good on your science courses. Your science GPA is one of the most important that they're going to look at in your application. So make sure that you're doing good in your science courses. If it's your prerequisites, then you have to do great. And if you're in high school and you're going to apply to a program like I did straight out of high school, then you have to do very good in high school, like in your science courses. And the last thing that I'm going to say in these tips is, if you do not meet the requirements, then you can start smaller and then work your way up. Let me explain this. So by starting smaller, I mean you can get your CNA certificate or your LPN, which these programs have kind of less requirements to get into. And when you get those, you can apply to RN programs. Okay guys, something very important is to prepare for your interview. You have to dress well. I wore a whole suit. That was not necessary, but I wanted to make a good impression. And also I was trying not to be nervous. I was really nervous, but when I met the person that was going to interview me, I kind of was like more calm, because I don't know. But yeah, you have to dress well, you have to talk properly. It's just be yourself. And you have to research, like frequently ask questions, so you kind of have an idea what they're going to ask you. That's really important. Guys, the last thing that I'm going to say, and it's the most important thing, is do not give up. Please do not give up. I can tell you the many times that I wanted to give up because I didn't know if I was going to get in. My T score was really bad. Well, I thought it was really bad. And I just thought I wasn't going to get in. But you cannot give up. Even if you don't get in, you cannot give up, because you can do it. Sometimes, to some people, it takes more time. To some, it doesn't. But you have to keep going. Because if you really want to be a nurse, then you're really gonna go after it, and you're not gonna let anything stop you. So don't give up. So if you saw my last video, my first video, I'm gonna put it right here. I think right here. I'm gonna put it right here if you haven't, so you can know a little bit more about myself. I didn't know that I wanted to go into nursing school. When I applied to college, I didn't declare a major or anything, and I didn't really know what path I wanted to take. And when I saw that they had a nursing program, it was kind of interesting because I wanted to be somewhere in the medical field. But when I saw all of the requirements and everything that I had to do to apply, I was like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. So the program that I applied to was actually for like recently graduated high school students. You needed to have at least until 1 year graduated that you graduated. So I was like kind of still considered like a freshly graduated high school student. So I applied to that program because it was a BSN program, and that's just what I thought it was best for me. But it's not for everyone else, you know, like everyone has different interests and everything. I took some classes. They were not prerequisites, but I just wanted to start school right away. I actually didn't start school in the fall. I started in January because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I just thought I would take some science courses and then I will apply to nursing school because the nursing program had already started and I was late to apply for it. So I had to apply for the next cycle, which started the next fall. So that this was in fall of 2018. I didn't go to school. I actually started in the winter of 2019. And I applied to the nursing program that started on the fall of 2019. I didn't want it to wait like basically a whole year to start the nursing program. I decided to take some science courses and they said yes. So that's basically how I got into nursing school. I kind of struggled because I applied late and I wanted to start right away. And just with the T's, I didn't get a good grade on the T's. Like, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys. I don't want you guys to think I'm like this genius or something that got into nursing school really fast or whatever. I really struggled with the T's, and just with everything that they wanted me to do to get into the program, it was really hard for me. I had a hard time. But at the end, everything paid off and I got into nursing school. And here I am today. I'm about to finish my first year already. I'm basically gonna be considered a junior because my nursing program is 3 years instead of 4. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my channel if you're interested in the content that is coming. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!